It's Tan Scott Summers.
All right, we're back. Just making sure audio's working, which it seems like it is. Welcome back to the Nerdy Playbook. We're here for a surprise session to actually play on Monday, so we can make sure we're all here for Star Wars.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Something dark.
Something dark side. Speaking of which, last the team left off. A lot of you were separated. Margani and Corum, you were inside the tavern, eventually taking a back route out. Nydak, with Shotgun heading towards you, feeling the service of the Force, you're confronted by a very shrouded, cloaked man. Arm kind of dangling off of one side, but fully shrouded, explaining that he wants his lightsaber that you have. It was his master's, and you do not deserve to have it. And that's where we left off, pretty much, in a nutshell. So, because we're going to go straight into combat, I'm just going to have initiative from everybody, just so we can do this correctly. So, let's get right to it.
Oh, it's the best initiative I've had in forever. 18.
You know, I was all prepped and I forgot where to put stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's right in front of me. All right, Margani with an 18. Nydak?
12.
12. Corum?
24.
Damn. And Shotgun?
11.
Nydak, what'd you say you had again?
12.
Just seeing the order. And I should roll for him. Swear to God, I was prepared. So he's got a plus
Like
one.
least.
Likely story. So he's gonna go between Margani and Nydak. Okay. So the order will be Corum, Margani, the Sith, then go Nydak and Shotgun. So, kind of works out. Corum and Margani, you're together. You left out the back of the building. Now, to put this in perspective, you guys aren't on the map yet, but if you look at the map, you guys are near the top of the map. The building that you're...
The map on the stream is a different map.
Oh, my apologies.
Okay.
So,
Very.
Super secret.
you guys are coming out of this building up here.
Sick.
And in fact, I'll just put your tokens on there right now so you can at least see where you are. So sick, I want to puke.
You should just end the battle here. They have the high ground. It's over.
I mean, Star Wars logic.
So, neither of us are Force
It's worth a
users.
shot.
Oh,
Hey,
this
just
is-
because a Force wielder says it doesn't mean that it doesn't apply to those without.
To imply, a lot of the people ran that were around the streets, seeing two lightsabers drawn. So the place is pretty cleared right now. So you two are both together. Since you're both together, I'll let you share the initiative for this until you guys actually get into the confrontation. So you guys are officially out of the tavern itself. What would you like to do?
Question. Did we get reports of anything? I don't remember what happened exactly.
So Alice is still on the roof. She mentioned where Nydak was and that Nydak eventually left. And that she's staying on the roof, just keeping an eye out.
I think we heard commotion and the sound of sabers, I believe. Right?
You might have heard a
People are
crowd,
running.
but the sabers wouldn't have clashed yet. But you would have heard a crowd with some kind of
I was
commotion.
thinking igniting that noise.
The what?
ignition noise.
Oh, gotcha. Sure. Why not?
Is Shotgun on the map? Because I thought they had made their way up to the whole situation.
I think they're close. I believe it would be like about here.
I thought they saw something.
Yeah, it would have been close enough to see, but not enough to really interfere at the immediate moment.
I swear I was like 10 minutes out.
So you were getting in, you were being slowed down by fear, but you weren't like. I might have said. I don't remember what I said. I might have said 10 minutes, but I think it was supposed to be 1 minute away because you weren't too far.
Okay.
So you're close. But yeah, that's where everybody's placed.
Okay. Can we see Nydak from where we're at? Do I have line of sight?
Yes, you can see Nydak, but you cannot see the assassin.
Okay, so we did hear saber activation. We see Nydak standing there looking in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is Marg doing right now?
Let's find out. Fuck you.
Not a whole lot.
No, it was a natural 20, and I was gonna make myself do Constitution saving though, so I just automatically did it. I got through it. Good go me.
Your own professional
She
therapist.
Hashtag compartmentalizing. Boss. We're still in the alleyway. We're just on the map, like there as a general spot, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're still technically kind of like in the alleyway, but you can see them.
Okay.
Or see Nydak at least.
She'll be like wiping the tears. She's looking a little disheveled for a moment, but you hear the sabers. We hear the sabers ignite, and if she can see Nydak in the distance facing off with somebody, her face just immediately hardens, just like a flip of a switch, and she puts her helmet back on.
Okay.
Doesn't say anything.
All right. If that's your response, then I'm going to assume there's some shit going on.
When is it not?
30. And then this right here, is that actual there? Right off the left side of that building?
Yes. Everything on this
Okay,
map does actually have kind of a purpose.
All right, I'm going to move to behind that.
Okay.
And then what do I see?
You can give me either perception check or investigation check.
Okay. That is going to be a 23
23.
for perception.
It's so what you see is a male fully cloaked, so much so that the hood is actually blacking out the face, almost like it's within shadows. Whether it's the Force himself concealing within the actual cloak, the cloak is darkened so much that you cannot see any features at all, other than this person's maybe about Nydak's height, and the cloak goes all the way to the ground, almost dragging. At the point, the only thing that you see coming out is the saber, but the saber is still within the actual sleeve as the sleeve kind of drapes over the hand, but the hilt looks quite long.
What color is the blade?
The blade itself is crimson. I would also say, because your role, you can also tell that there is a certain kind of energy that you're not used to seeing on a lightsaber that's kind of being pushed off of it. Almost looks like electricity.
I am going to assume that this guy is probably not friendly towards Nydak. Seeing as both their sabers are ignited and their face off on each other.
I'm sure he's a great guy.
I'm assuming he doesn't know that I'm here. If I attack, would I have advantage or no?
Because you're going before him, yes.
All right, then I'm gonna do a whole Danny DeVito and I'm gonna start blasting. So I'll make my I think I got 2 attacks. It's been a hot minute.
I think if you're full rogue, you got pistol 1 and pistol 2.
I have double pistol, so I think that's my team.
Fuck off one and fuck off two.
All right. So that's a Des and Stroy. There we go. All right. First attack. Oh, let's. Does a 16 hit?
Miss. As you fire at the first shot, it actually looks like he kind of like doesn't move because he doesn't see you there, but almost like his cloak is thick enough to take the ammo.
Got it. Okay, second attack does a 21 hit.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right. Okay. Okay. Team. That would be 26 points of energy damage, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, so. All right. Opening
And then
self
I'm
up.
going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay, stealth check, please.
That is going to be.
Let's see, what is this passive?
That is a 24.
Hidden. You're successfully hidden.
Smoke my mouth.
Margani.
I'll come over by these little pipe things. Since he's got the back, I'll take the kind of flank.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll fire a shot.
Okay. Do you have direct line of sight? I don't know if you do from that point, so let me double check.
If not, I can move over a little more.
Yeah, maybe just move over one more. I don't think you got.
Okay.
Just go down like one spot. You should have direct line of sight. There you go.
There we go. Okay. That was a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
And with any day now. Any day now, found
It was working
Oh.
before. It was working great.
Oh, there we go. I guess I have to let it do it on D&D Beyond, and then it will.
That's where the
crossover.
problem is. So yeah, FYI. So I tried to change some settings on D&D Beyond. Normally, you should just be able to turn off your dice on D&D Beyond, so it rolls right here. But if you turn off the dice on D&D Beyond, you'd actually have no icon to click. So it's really stupid. So now it has to roll in D&D Beyond to load on here.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to
That's-
fuck around with
okay.
it, and it's not letting you change it now. It's really stupid.
Okay. Well, as long as it's friggin' working,
Mhm.
well, good for me. With Snack Attack, that's a 38 damage.
Okay, 38 points of damage.
Eat my dust. And then I'm gonna use my remaining distance and bonus action to hide as well.
Okay, stealth check, please.
But I'd like to maybe retreat a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Sneaky check. Natural 1 for a total of 10.
Okay. As you start to sneak back, you trip over the pipes and you fall as it creates a pretty loud sound as like the pipes might have been a little loose and they kind of like just drop down, creating a loud thud that like everybody in this side of town can hear.
Who
Anything
put
else?
that pipe there? No, that's
Better
that's.
pipe down.
This guy.
Oh,
All right, boss music time.
that's my turn. That's my turn.
All right. On his turn, he's going to pull up one sleeve as he's igniting it from his right hand as he immediately twists the saber and ignites from both sides of the blade. As you start to see that this energy is coming off his hand, and it's actually forcing force lightning down the actual barrels of the blade to actually cause lightning onto the actual crimson energy. As he starts to spin it around, and he immediately just starts charging at you, Nydak. First attack with his lightsaber. Oh, that is a sad 11.
Miss.
Second attack. That is a worse 10.
Miss.
All right, he is going to use his polearm feat as he attacks. Even if he misses, he's going to try to lift up the other side to actually try to get you. So for bonus action, he's just going to try to get you off the other side of the lightsaber. Okay, that's better with a 21 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you take 19 points of damage. And he missed with a couple attacks, so it's all he can do on this turn. So that's the end of his turn. We're gonna go to Nydak.
Quick player to DM question.
Yeah.
I can attack twice, but with my new lightsaber, I have the ability to do when I'm doing against another lightsaber, I can roll an insight check. So, does the insight check take my whole action, or can I get do I get one of my attacks along
No,
with
it uses up as your action.
Okay.
And I think, and let me double check, because I think you actually have to, let me double check. I know I just made them, but let me just double check on the same, so it's like, I'm not telling you something that's going to be all messed up. Hang on 1 second. My creations. Bear with me for just a tick. Okay, so okay, so yes, you have to. It has to be an action, because it's essentially saying that you're trying to attack to read his moves. So the essential idea is that if you succeed on your insight check, you can understand how he fights for the next 3 turns. You have advantage because you can basically anticipate his moves.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
That's a natural 1 for a 0.
The combat has not gone on long enough. You're still attuned into the blade, and he's a tough one to read.
Okay. Is there anything I can do with my bonus attack? I think. Nope, that's it for my turn.
Coolio. Shotgun.
Okay, you said I was a minute away?
Yeah, so do the math here. If you dash, if you could dash face up to terrain, you could probably
5 turns.
You got 30 feet of movement speed?
Yeah.
Would it be 5 turns?
Yeah, I mean, if it's
So which is 300 feet in a piece, so it'll be 5 rounds. Yep, 5 rounds.
okay, so I am dashing, but I am afraid.
Fair.
That's my turn.
Okay. All right. Corum.
Let's go. I'm looking through my abilities and I see I have one called Bad Feeling, and I'm like, that's accurate. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead, and he ran from me, so we're gonna go ahead and move with the right tool.
I'll give you the right tool.
Don't you threaten me with a good time. We're gonna move up behind this box here,
Okay.
and we're gonna attempt to shoot this guy again in the back. Okay. That's gonna be does an 18 hit?
It does.
Oh. Right. That. $35 points of damage.
Okay. Sure.
And then I will attempt my second attack.
I like that you say attempt. Great.
It's worth a shot.
Ha ha ha! This guy.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be that's over a 20 to hit. 25 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. I do not get sneak attack this time. That's gonna be 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attempt to stealth again with my bonus.
Okay.
That is going to be a 22.
Okay. As between Margani and Koram, you do enough lightsaber bolts that kind of get him pissed off. As like some of his robe is starting to get tattered. You start to notice that some of the electricity that's coming on his arm is starting to almost like fry some of the sleeve as he's starting to rip through some of the sleeve that's come off his arm. Margani.
I'm going to get behind the pipes this time. And shooty McShoot.
Shooty McShootster.
Do the thing. $19. So yes, right?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. I gotta let it ponder on D&D Beyond. Then it will roll over here. 45 damage in the butt. Let's go.
He doesn't like it in the butt.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's his ultimate weak spot. You just get him right there. It's like, hey, yeah, no, I'm out.
Then I go back to hiding
Okay.
behind my pipe.
Stealth check, please. Why does everybody always aim right there? I don't like it.
This will be a lot better. This will do. That will be a 21.
Okay. All right. You're successfully hidden. All right. On his turn, he starts to generate more force energy through his arm as he holds both the saber with both hands. This is generating more force energy as it's almost like the energy is flaring out so much from his arms it's actually kind of tearing off most of the sleeves as the sleeves rip off of his actual robe itself. As you can see, one arm is like cybernetic and the other one's just pretty plain, but he's generating more energy off the cybernetic side. So we're gonna try this again. Nydak. 18 to hit.
Miss.
God damn. Okay. 20 to hit.
Hit.
All right. Gotta remember how I do this again. Okay, yeah. So it's that. All right, so 12 points of damage plus 13 points of lightning damage. Third attack. Another 20 to hit.
Yep.
14 points of regular damage and 2 points of lightning damage. And then he is going to use his polearm feat to do the backhand of the saber against you. That is 26 to hit. 13 points of damage with 12 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And that is... Nope, I'm going to activate his one ability to activate his foresight. So he's can only use this once per long rest. He can't be surprised for 1 minute, and he's got advantage on everything against everybody. Everybody else has a disadvantage against him. We go to Nydak.
Let us see who your master thinks is deserving, Sith. And then I'm gonna swing my sapphire lightsaber at him.
Okay.
22 to hit.
That's a hit.
I'm just gonna do the hits first. 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Sweet. So.
Did you do disadvantage on both of those, actually?
Forget what I just said. We'll go back and do that.
Well, the first one you automatically succeed because you would have gotten one of those 2 rolls, which would have been a success. So just do the second one. With
26 at disadvantage to hit.
Okay, so then you're good on both.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
20. $24 plus 15.
Okay, so 39.
And I don't know what I can use for my bonus action. It's not much. That's it.
Okay. Shotgun. As you're running, you can give me a wisdom saving throw to see if you can compete with the fear that's being pushed against you.
That's an 8.
Okay. So you're still just moving at the regular dash speed, trying to push as fast as you can through this. Anything you want to actively do as you're dashing that wouldn't require an action, like any kind of insight check or anything like that, that'd be like a free move.
So I actually have the feature slow time.
Mm-hmm.
When you move on your turn, you can roll a kinetic combat die to increase your speed 5 times the amount rolled until the end of your turn.
Okay.
So let me roll that real quick.
Okie dokie.
Get those C2E2 dice out.
Oh, that's
Roll
right.
for us, baby!
Can't believe I missed the fucking C32 dice.
That gave me an additional 5.
Okay.
We take those dubs.
I rolled a 1, so it is great.
5 feet is 5 feet. This is
And they're
true.
like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's my turn. I'm just gonna focus on trying to get there.
Okay. Alright. Hang on a second. Okay, yeah. Alright, go to the top of the round, the quorum.
Alright, I'm gonna aim for that juicy donkey.
We're gonna do the what now?
I am aiming to shoot him in the back.
Okay.
Aim for that juicy donk.
Okay, I heard that right. I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Moogly moogly.
15 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, I will make my second attack.
Okay.
That is that's a 27 to hit.
Yeah. An arbitrary large number.
Okay.
Just really penetrating him there.
Ryan starts gathering up points for tomorrow.
There's more cushion for the pushing.
Nothing like some good cushion for the pushing.
27
Hard,
points of damage.
Okay. You guys are
And
getting
then I
some
would like to
good
use
mix
my
in.
bonus to rinse and repeat.
Sure.
That's cocked.
Cacked.
It's better. Let's see. Cacked. Cacked in the rear. That's gonna be 24 for stealth.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
This episode brought to you by pegging.
Also, butts. And butt stuff and butt related items. Morgani.
Can't have one without the
I will also try to
Butt
go
stuff?
for the donk. The juicy. I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna.
Just on the back of his cloak, like right by the butt, it just says Juicy Sith on it.
I got a 15. I imagine that doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't hit. His butt's
I will-
very distracting.
Rhinestone.
Like you don't know why he's bending the way he is. Like why is he arched that way? You don't know.
Well, it's just not the right time, I guess.
Oh god, why is it Monday?
Well, actually, I could offhand attack, chuck a dagger at him. I can't do that. So let me do that. Let's try that. Okay, it's really loving the 11s tonight. 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. But I will not get.
By the way, you're doing this at
so-
disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which will not allow me to have sneak attack currently, so that
Right.
will just be 5 points of piercing.
Nydak is still within 5 feet, so you should.
But it cancels out if I have disadvantage on an attack roll.
Yep. So it puts it at regular. Disadvantage because of he currently is doing foresight, so everybody attacking him has disadvantage against him. You only get sneak attack if you have advantage.
Or don't need it if your target's within 5 feet, that target isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. Yeah. That is my turn. I stay behind the pipe.
All right. Captain Juicy is going to strike again. So do what he did before, rinse and repeat, and hopefully for better results.
Nah, fuck all that noise.
So that's only a 13, which is a mess. Why am I doing such poor
Like I
rolls?
said,
That's better. 30 to hit. All right, 16 damage from the saber, and a 9 or 6. That's a 9. So 9 points of lightning damage. Third attack. 29 to hit. 8 damage of lightsaber and 7 damage of lightning. Polearm feat, offside, bonus action. I don't think 16 hits, right?
no.
Okay. All right, that is his turn. Nydak. Still at disadvantage.
Rinse and repeat. Hmm. 21 to hit.
You betcha.
24 to hit.
You betcha.
So that would be 13 plus 8 plus
It's 21 plus
12.
so 33.
That's gonna end my turn there.
Okay. As you strike him a few times, like eventually he starts to take some physical damage, as eventually just looks at you and his cloak is completely tattered. As you start to see that like he's fully damaged underneath us, he just like rips off most of his cloak. As you see that like his body is like destroyed from how much he cast Force Lightning. And you see one of his arms been replaced with some kind of cybernetic arm. As he just resheathes his lightsaber, he starts to charge all his energy in the Force. Shotgun.
I will use slow time again.
Mm-hmm.
That's another additional 5 feet.
Hey, when you get there, you'll be 10 feet closer.
Yeah, so I will dash for that turn. Do I need to make another wisdom save?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. All right. Nothing yet. All right. Top of the round, Decorum.
All right. Who's
Get
still
that
at
ass.
disadvantage or no?
Yes. His foresight lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, okay, perfect. All right. I'm gonna attempt to shoot him.
Shoot him good.
Shoot him pretty good. That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to. We're gonna try something here. Oh wait, no, I have disadvantage. So technically, do I have disadvantage because canceled out by my advantage from stealth?
No, so you just have even. You don't have advantage. It just evens out, so
Right,
it's just
but
regular.
I'm using that in terms of the sneak attack because technically I don't have disadvantage because they cancel out, right?
You don't have disadvantage, but you also don't have advantage in the same process because they cancel out, so you wouldn't get sneak attack. You have to have advantage
But with
against sneak
Nydak
attack.
being, I guess my question is because Nydak's within 5 feet of him. It says if somebody's within 5 feet, but if you have disadvantage, you don't get the sneak attack.
Right,
since,
but there
like,
can't be
technically
multiple.
It's canceled.
It's canceled. It just ends up being canceled. You can't have like several levels to overwrite another one.
No, I know. I'm not saying I get like advantage because of whatever. I'm saying because they're canceled, he's still within 5 feet, and I technically don't have disadvantage.
So
Because
does
I'm rolling flat
so
instead of rolling the worst.
does it require you to have advantage to use this ability you want to use?
No.
Okay, then you're fine.
No,
Yeah, then
no.
go ahead.
Because sneak attack. Let me just I'll read it real quick here. I'm sorry.
Sneak
You
attack.
don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll because it's canceled out. Would that be considered still having it or no? I mean, your call. Whatever you want to go with.
I just double checking because I went by a certain thing for like this whole time. I just want to make sure it's different.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I don't want to
Don't-
use it and not hit it.
Oh yeah, you're good. Yep.
Okay, cool. I am gonna forego 2 sneak attack dice. In that case, so let me roll the damage quick.
Dope ass rogue shit.
Okay, so that's gonna be 19 damage,
Okay.
and then I need him to make a. Let's go with a strength saving throw, and beat a
Strength saving throw. Okay.
efficiency.
Yeah, that's only a 9. I'm pretty sure it fails.
Okay, perfect. Yes, he fails. So I'm taking a brutal shot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shoot at him for go to damage, and I'm gonna kind of aim low, so I hit him in the back of the knee.
Okay.
And if he fails his throw, he is knocked prone.
Okay, got it. So he's prone.
And then I am going to attempt my second shot.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 21 to hit
Yeah.
for 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I rinse and repeat to stealth.
Fair enough.
Oh, that might not happen this time. That's a 14.
It doesn't matter. He's prone. He can't see you. You're good.
All right, beautiful. Rock on.
Let's
I'm
see.
done.
So 12. Okay. Morgani.
So I'll have what he's having. So basically we're canceling out disadvantage. So I roll flat and then just don't put in sneak attack damage. Is that what you did, Ben? Or that's what?
Roll flat, and if you hit, you get sneak attack because Nydak is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That butters my egg roll. Yeah. No, boy. That one didn't hit, so I'll just throw my other dagger.
How do you know? What'd you get?
Because it was a 10.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was gonna say his cloak is off, so his DC, his AC has reduced. So it's like just double checking.
Well, this might work better. I'll throw my other dagger, and what is that? That's a 16.
That's a hit.
Yeah. There goes my other dagger for 20 damage.
Okay.
And I'll stay behind this pipe.
Okay.
We're becoming very close.
Stealth check,
That's my
please.
turn. Oh, okay. Do not perceive me, senpai. That is 25.
You're good. All right.
Alright.
He is going to use half this movement speed to stand back up. And he is going to activate the full powers of the Force. So he starts having a storm aura around him that's 5 feet wide. So Nydak, I need you to. Oh god, I need glasses. Where is it on here? Here we go. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
$15.
15. Okay, you succeed, so you're going to take half the storm damage. So you're going to do... Let's see, what is it? Okay. So you're going to take... It would be 16, so you're going to take 8. And he is going to Misty Step back as a bonus action. Move to about here. And then he is going to look directly at Nydak, and he is going to do first attack with Force Lightning. 19?
Matches.
Okay, so that's a hit. So it's bad when you can't read your own handwriting. Okay, so you're gonna take 25 points of lightning damage, and you're gonna be pushed back 10 feet. So there, and up until the end of
I'm down.
You're down. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I use my second heart.
Oh, so you get back up with 1.
Yeah.
All right. And then he's gonna see you get back up, so he's going to do his second attack, which is Force Drain. Only a 15 to hit. And then he will do his... No, he can't do that yet. Yeah, he can't do that. All right, so that's the end of his turn. And yeah, I'm gonna have him hold there. All right, we're gonna end it there. Nydak. Foresight is still up, and he doesn't have his lightsaber drawn. He's mostly like this, just channeling this crimson arc around his body.
Okay, cool. So here's what I want to do. You tell me if I can do it and how I can roll for it.
Uh-huh.
I just want to do a force jump, so I reach him and then like come down with force powered one big force overhand strike down at him.
Let's see. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You don't have enough movement speed, because it would have to, so the jump would have to replace the movement speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could, if you got close, you could do it on your next one. But when you would do it, it would be an athletics check to successfully get as like an overhang over him. And then if it's a success, then you would strike with advantage. But you would have to be within 30 feet of him, because it would replace your movement speed to jump.
Okay. Change your plans then.
Okay.
Because my health's not going to make it through the second turn. I don't think so.
The only way that would change is if you had the, I believe, the jump or long strider feat.
That's not a problem. But can I do this? Okay. You know what? As an action, I'm going to use my lay on hands tool, and I am going to touch myself. Heal myself. Heal myself. I'm going to heal myself.
It feels so good.
I got them healing vibes. I am in touch with myself about myself.
Don't look at me while. Don't look at my shame while I heal myself.
Fuck it. As a bonus action, can I throw my lightsaber at him, spear style?
You do not. Your lightsaber cannot be thrown. Not your Makashi one.
Okay.
If it was a regular lightsaber, yes,
Then,
but the Makashi cannot be thrown.
No problem. I will end my turn there.
I apologize. I feel like I'm just giving you bad news on this turn. Just
Fine.
as an FYI, Makashi sabers are meant to be held in the hand. They're not meant to be thrown. If you had a regular lightsaber, you could throw it. Okay.
I'm going to move up here. That's about 30 feet.
All right, Shotgun, do your thing.
Once again, gonna use slow time.
Mm-hmm.
Another fucking one, so 5
Bummer.
extra feet.
Okay.
Another wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
My dice hate me. That is a 13.
Okay.
Again.
You're still being affected by the fear. Okay, got it. All right.
I'm one more round away.
And one more. And when you get there, you'll be 15 feet close. Corum.
Well, I guess we're gonna hold out till the ambulance arrives. Let's see here. I gotta switch screens here. All right. So I see him now, all up in my juicy donk, and I don't like that. So we're gonna go ahead and 15. I'm gonna just kind of run back and like hurdle over the wall real fast.
I'm telling you that he brings all the milkshakes to the yard.
I don't want his milkshake in my yard. I'm gonna try to attack him here.
Okay.
Milkshake's probably black liquor. Okay, that's gonna hit. That's a working class 20.
Yeah.
All right.
We need to make a
right.
shirt out of that shit.
I mean, the drawing was really good. The drawing was solid. Oh, there it is. All right. That's gonna be nice. I am also gonna use 2 dice from that, so that's gonna be 25 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I need him to
damn.
make me a. Here goes nothing. A Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Need to be to 16.
I will be surprised if this succeeds. Yeah, it's a
I'm
5.
surprised if he doesn't. Holy shit. Okay.
He's a warlock essentially, so yeah.
Okay, cool. So when I shoot at him, I make it kind of like half hit his saber a little bit and spark off into his eyes because I attempted a blinding shot.
Okay.
If he fails, he is blinded until the end of my next turn.
Oh shit. Okay.
Because fuck that guy. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attack him again.
I'll say for flavor, you blinded him. His foresight is now discontinued.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Okay, that's still not. That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, that is 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of my bonus to.
Don't
try
forget,
to
you get it since he doesn't have foresight. You get advantage now, which means you always get your sneak attack.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Cool. Then I'm hiding behind these rocks, and I. No, I can't really see Mark from here, so never mind.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Margani. Everything's back. His foresight's down, so you get your advantage as long as you are stealthy.
I do be stealth, and I'd like to stealth behind this pile of.
Okay, so bonus action
Shit, is that a
hide. So
flower?
bonus action
Yeah.
hide. So stealth check.
Ooh, 22.
Yeah, you're successfully hidden. You have advantage on your action.
Yes. Thank God for that. Well, is a 15 hit?
Yes, it does.
Thank God. Okay. $45 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
How much did Nydak heal himself for?
How much he touch himself for? I don't know. How much you touch yourself for? You did 40, 30? Was it? I can't tell. 40?
I can't tell either. 4.
Looks like
40.
40. Yeah, 40. Okay.
40 points?
40 points.
Jesus Christ. Oh, you're good then. You're fine. Cries and
I got myself into this. I get myself into these messes. I might as well be able to touch myself and get myself out of it, maybe a little.
Hey man, whatever strokes your fancy. That'll be my then.
Healing strokes.
Healing strokes for healing folks. And
That's why I touched somebody
Corin, you
else.
said that he's blinded until the end of your next turn, right? Okay. All right, so it's
Correct.
his turn. I'm gonna have him make a perception check. He is a force field to see if he can at least tell where Nydak is while he's blinded. Now with a 4. Well, that'd technically be a 6, but no.
He spins around in a circle, confused. like the guy at Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the end.
All right.
Like a kid with a pinata.
All right, I'm gonna have to start using some of his abilities. All right, I'm going to use up his action to do force heal, and he can only do that once, so he's gonna heal for X amount, and that's all he can do on his turn. So we go to Nydak.
Yeah, sweet. Let's do that. So you said athletics check for the jump,
Yeah.
and his shit's all out, so that's done with. Right? He doesn't have. I can do these straight up, not
I'm sorry. What was that?
disadvantage.
Oh yeah, he
There's
doesn't have foresight
disadvantage.
anymore. Yeah, so you don't have to. You don't have disadvantage. No. So you're good.
Sweet. 16 on the athletic check.
Okay, so you jump in the air, so you can you can roll attack with your lightsaber with advantage then as you're coming down.
Sweet. $17 to hit.
17's a hit.
$18 points of damage.
Okay.
And then as he lands, he's gonna like twist, and as soon as his feet touch the ground, he's gonna like uppercut with the lightsaber, and that would be a 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that would be $15 points of damage.
Okay. Okie dokie.
And yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay. All right, Shocking.
Alright, one more round of running, so I am once again going to,
Do
do
some
slow time.
Slow time. Yep.
because thankfully I can use that once per round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a little better. That's 10.
Okay.
So, B.
Okay.
And then another wisdom save.
Mm-hmm.
Ashton failed me even harder. Wow. Oh, that's a
You
9.
failed me for the last time. Okay. Alright.
Listen, Ashton has earned me a few 20s, but he's going back in jail.
Alright, so that would have been the last
that's my
round that
turn.
you take to get caught up. So you would have been now, that would have gained you a total of 20 feet now, right? Or would it be 25 feet? Because you got
An
3
additional 20 feet, so...
additional 20. Okay.
Yeah, and then I have 30 feet movement, so...
Okay.
Eeh.
Got it. Okay. Corum?
So we're gonna go ahead and just do our favorite song and dance here. Going to attempt to shoot him. Uh, 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. 15 points of damage, and let's try for that constant saving throw again.
Come on, big money, no whammies. Where's Con? 15?
That, but don't.
How much? I'm sorry.
15? 1-5?
Oh, see, 16's the save.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So he is yet again blinded.
Okay.
And then I will attempt to make my second shot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. I rolled a 19, so yeah. So that's gonna be 9 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
And then I dealt again. What?
How do you want to do this? He can't do shit if he's blind. He's dead.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm gonna like take that first shot and kind of like ricochet it off the ground so it kicks up the dust in his face, and then I'm just gonna like come over the top, seeing him kind of like gasping for a bit, and I'm gonna aim to like shoot right where his cybernetic arm is connected to try to like hit there and go through into his chest.
Okay. As you do a ricochet bank shot right through the arm, and just while he's blind and unable to see what's going on, he's unable to anticipate the shot, as immediately he doesn't even know when he finally dies, and then just drops on the ground. Combat's done. He wasn't able to do any of his good shit because he was blind.
That's what I say about that.
Before the body
See, Donk
falls,
is ours now.
before the
Get a new
ship body
arm.
like collapse over, Nydak would have force pulled the guy's lightsaber to him.
Okay. All right. As you pull a lightsaber, you got to kind of like bounce it a little bit because it's still kind of surging with a little bit of force energy on it that's kind of crackling off, but you're able to bounce it until it kind of stops shocking out, and you have yourself a pretty long double-sided lightsaber. Even for being a double-sided lightsaber, this is more of an actual staff than a full lightsaber. The hilt is quite long. And it's but surprisingly light. About this time, surprisingly, is actually when Shotgun gets there, pretty much. But you see this.
They're just double guns pointing at this guy.
But you see this body on the ground. His cloak is pretty much like burned to a crisp from him like outraging with his lightning so much and all the shots in it. But he does have a few pouches on, and he's got kind of like his drape for his bottom part of his actual garb. And his robotic arm, if any of you want to be creeps about it. You know, dibs, kind of thing like that.
Oh, you were muted.
Yeah, no, I just noticed that.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Discord. We're not Rocket.
What's that?
We're not Rocket the raccoon.
Oh,
I mean, we might need that guy's arm.
right.
Wrong campaign for me to be messing with arms. Had enough of that. And do something new.
If I were more
still-
still.
Can I check his pouches?
Sure. You can give me an investigation check. Shotgun, what are you going to do?
Am I still afraid?
No, with his passing, your fear has now gone.
14.
14. Going through the sub pouch, he's got about 8 of them. You're able to get a small amount of currency, roughly about 30 hot credits. You find specifically 2 hollow projectors, about coin size width. Excuse me. You're able to find what looks like some kind of repairing tools, probably specifically to repair some kind of vehicle. They look like something that's kind of like if you decide to take out like the spark plug of a car so no one would steal it when you leave it. These look like they're pieces to specifically run a specific device. And then it looks like there's actually pieces that are from another lightsaber. They're not put together, but you see a kyber crystal that is actually completely colorless, and you see different pieces that look like, if properly assembled, would build a hilt.
I take all that and tuck it away for the time being.
Okay.
Stand up and spit on them. Fucking coward.
You notice that there's really a really hard way to conceal this saber you have. You can see it like on his arm. That looks like the way that he concealed it was almost kind of magnetized to his metal of his replacement arm. But since you don't really have anything like that, it almost looks like unless you create some kind of contraption to hide it on your side, you almost have to wear it on your back like a greatsword.
I will do that for the time being.
You can tell first off with the lightsaber, it actually has a total of 3 kyber crystals in it. There's the main housing for the battery, and there's a kyber crystal for each side. It looks like it's specifically made this way for a couple reasons. One is due to the unique size of the hilt, but you can also tell that the center kyber crystal also makes it where the hilt cannot be broken by a lightsaber, at least under normal circumstances. So like as you're spinning the blade, no one can cut it in half and separate the lightsaber. Anything else?
That was a unexpected distraction. And Corum, what shooting?
As he says that, I just put another blaster bolt into this dude just to make sure he's dead.
Hey, yeah, he dead. He dead.
I respect.
Always make sure. And thanks. Are you okay?
I live.
Guess I've seen you take worse.
Let us hope you don't have to see that again. I'd prefer not to have a repeat performance.
With our history, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'll kind of peek out from where I've been in this alley.
Okay. Peeking
Well,
out.
I see you all found each other.
Worm is gonna double holster at the same time and full sprint and go hug Chuckin. Glad you're okay, kid.
He's only got one arm, so.
He'll back off when he really. Oh.
I see where it's supposed to go.
I guess I could say the same thing for you too. I see Mog didn't kill you.
Surprisingly.
I'm just staying where I was with not my gun put away, but my gun down. I'm just not saying anything.
Speaking of Mog, where's your friend?
Didn't really tell her all the details yet. I'll get on my comm and just be like, "You still there, Alice?"
Yeah, I'm up here. I don't know what's going on over by you, but there seems to be something. Well, if you are where I left you, there's some kind of big group coming your way.
What kind of group?
Been a minute since I've been over to Tatooine, but I'm pretty sure they're envoys of the Hutt.
Do some scouting and report back. I'll figure out an alternative way out of here.
Okay. You all can hear a jetpack from the rooftop as she starts like kind of like going from rooftop to rooftop, kind of trying to get away. Crowd starts coming around you. They start moving around, seeing that the threat is gone and people are just moving. Some of them don't even care if bodies there. They start like stepping over it.
I'll move over to the group and just say, "I bought us some time to sort some things out, but we probably need to get out of this area. Sounds like a envoy of the Hutts are coming. It's best if we're not around."
A little Jawa comes by, passes through the crowd. All of a sudden, the bite no longer has an arm.
We should probably get moving. Let's go. Mark, you got somewhere around here you know?
I know plenty of places. I don't know which ones I can be in, or best for me to be in. Let's just go this way. And I start leading the group down the street.
Are you going towards the Hutt envoy that's coming in your direction, or going away from it?
Away from it.
Okay.
I don't want smoke with the Hutts.
Okay.
They probably don't like me.
Everyone give me a stealth check as you're assassin cream through the crowd.
$16.
16.
13.
13.
That's a forceful 20.
Okay.
29.
20. Most of you have no problem getting through the crowd. Maybe Nydak with the adrenaline rush still. You're kind of running to more people, and you are a bit taller than most of the crowd. You might stick out a little bit until you finally notice you're a little bit taller, as you kind of have to crouch down to the crowd to make sure no one sees your giant head throughout most of the actual patrons of this area.
It's a normal sized head. Ah. Put my hat back on.
Okay.
Hide my ginormous planet-sized head away.
Dude, I wear an extra large size hat. Trust me, I know about big ass heads.
Oh, don't try it. Don't try and battle Pat. You've already cut me deep. Don't try and backpedal it.
That's no moon, that's a head.
I got a 5 head, man.
It's got its own orbit. It's huge.
I'll lead them kind of down the way and into, I guess what would be like a little, maybe like a convenience store, bodega type, maybe, or they have coffee there. I don't know. Somewhere that they definitely don't care who comes in or out. Probably a more seedy place.
All right, I see. Say you go into a place that's maybe like it's like a kind of a meat stop where some people use it for specific bounties to pick up, very similar to taverns. But this would also be a place where maybe people purchase flights to get out of here. So kind of like the regular tavern, but this is more just kind of like almost kind of like a outdoor patio.
Somewhere I
kind
know
of.
the Hutts aren't going to go if they're here.
Yeah, you assume they're gonna kind of go everywhere, but if you kind of like look back as you get here, you can kind of notice that looks like the people that were referred to from that Alice referred to looks like they stopped where the body was and are kind of like looking around, trying to see, as like you see one, which is actually Tuilik is looking around, male, just like looking around trying to see anything, and just kind of like head nods to another one as the other one starts like climbing a ladder to get on top of a roof and starts looking around and uses actually like binoculars to kind of get a sight and trying to look.
All right. We need to get out of here. And we need to find a way to do that without Alice following us or reporting.
You get a message. Are you wearing your helmet?
Yep.
Okay, so you get a message from Alice. I don't know where you went, but they're currently, one of them just got up into the roof that I was on, and another two are down looking at the body. Did you kill this guy?
He got in the way of the mission. Just do what you can to make sure they don't come following us.
Okay, what about your friend? We're supposed to take care of him. Are we taking care of him or what?
I'm trailing him right now. I will keep you posted. You keep me posted.
All right. Don't take too long. And then communication stops.
I mean, you know these streets better than any of us.
I can certainly get us out. I'm just worried about her.
I know, right?
I don't know, can't force users do some mind thing that, like, changes your memory or something?
I mean, if she has a strong mind, I don't know what I can do to her. I can try, but if I fail, you're gonna have to kill her.
Maybe there is a middle ground. Forum, how important are those goggles to you?
Had them for a long time. Why? What's your...
There we go. Well, if we smash them, burn them a little bit, we send Margani back with them, we killed you, you fell into an incinerator, this is all we had left. Maybe that would be enough to get her off our backs, so to speak. And maybe we'd make a profit out of it. Well, though that is wishful thinking.
Nydak, did that guy with the sabers, did he have anything on him when you checked him?
Yeah. He had two hala crystals. About the only thing that would be of importance to the rest of the group.
He had two, to be specific, they're hollow projectors.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
And pieces
Okay,
to device, and he'll like take out the, like you said, like the spark plugs that someone would take out that we don't know what it's to, and show them the quorum.
Can I make a either piloting or technology roll on those to see what they are?
Give me a piloting check, because this would be specifically for some kind of vehicle.
That is a 18.
18. What this looks like is something that looks familiar, but looks like maybe one of a kind. It looks like whatever the ship this is, it's for a custom model, but it's definitely towards some kind of larger fighter. Maybe very similar to like the size of your first ship that you had, where it's pretty much a fighter, but it's big enough to at least have a few people sleep in it. Based on the specs of this, you assume that whatever this is quite unique, and probably housing probably a lot of power, as this thing looks like it would supply a lot of juice to it. The closest thing it would resemble is a... a Mandalorian Cormac class fighter.
Is there a way that like I can use this to like track where the ship might be?
It doesn't have anything on it that specifically gives like location of where the other pieces are. You can definitely tell where this needs to be installed is probably in the like the dashboard of the ship. Like it's kind of like a almost like a safety piece where the ship can't run without it.
He's gonna kind of look at it and be like, okay, I know might be a long shot, but can one of you guys who can use the Force sense something off? This is from his ship. If we can, I have an idea, but we might need to find his ship. Can you guys pick up where it might be using the Force from this?
Can I use my ability and my new lightsaber to make a history check with advantage? And if I succeed, we'll literally see the story surrounding the object.
Yes, you can.
Cool. $18.
18. As you focus, controlling your blade and the item in front of you, you're able to peer into many of the previous moments that this device has been part of. As you're being thrown into a lot of information, it being in the pocket of this guy as he was fighting you, then before it as he was going around town, but you can't really see much while it was in his pocket, but you can see when he finally pulled it out, he was somewhere not too far from here. Not really fully in the outskirts, but at one of the few private landing pads that is like closest to the outskirts, due about south. So if we,
I would relay this information and specifically look at Margani. Does this place? Do you know this place? South private.
I mean, wouldn't that be where the mall is?
Could be.
I wouldn't know, so I can't tell you.
you assume
I
it's
probably know
in
where
the
it
general
is, but-
direction of where your ship is.
Okay. I didn't know where they landed because I took another ship
Correct.
here. But yeah, I know where that place is. What are you getting at here, Corum?
All right, hear me out. Let's go find this guy's ship. It's in one of the private docks. From what you're saying, much as I hate to say it, let's see if we can't put some blaster bolts through my jacket and leave it there, and let's blow the fucking ship up. And then you can tell Alice, or whatever her name is, that you had to take the shot and it blew up the ship, and that's why my body's up.
We can do that.
Worth a
Otherwise,
shot.
I was just gonna say that the Huts took you, and there's no getting anyone back when they decide to do something with you.
Your call, Marg. You know better than I on this point.
DM, with my expansive knowledge of Tatooine, what's a better idea?
Between what are the options?
Just telling Alice that the Huts took Corum, or blowing up the Sith guy's ship, putting Corum's shit in it.
You, with what you know about Corum and the current like bounty on him and stuff like that, you would assume that the Huts are gonna need proof that he's dead. So probably the
I
ship.
was just gonna tell her that they caught him and took him.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with the Huts.
Oh, you don't have a. Then I maybe misread something.
No, I was gonna lie and tell her, oh, the Huts are in town, how convenient. Oh, they got Corum. They took Corum with them. Whoops. Can't get him now.
I mean,
I quit.
you pick. One would require a persuasion check to convince her, or a deception check to convince her. The other one would be less of a deception check, but more or less creating a scene. You know, you'd have to destroy a ship, do the whole thing. So, one would be based on one singular roll. It could be done really, really quickly, but it's also a gamble. The other one would take a little bit more time, but you could guarantee it would get done.
All right, let's boat the ship.
Okay. So you guys start heading towards the Sith fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll start heading for the dock area.
Okay, it takes you a little bit as you literally have to like shotgun. As soon as you get there, you find out you got to basically go back the way you came. To just go back, go back to after all that running. You just gotta.
He's
just
like, God damn it! Getting my steps in today.
As you start heading back towards basically the same direction, I need everyone to give me a perception check. Taking in the lay of the land.
Hey, natural 20.
Nice.
25.
16.
Nice. 16. Argani, I did not hear what you got.
22.
22. Moving through, Corum, especially Nydak, but Corum as well. A couple of you kind of notice it after a little bit, but you two mostly notice it right away as you're walking and you know you're being followed. But the people who are following you are being very, very good about every time you look, they are gone. But you do know you're being followed by roughly, it goes between 3 and then switches to 5. Like, they'll start off, and then to make sure that you don't notice they're following you, they like split off and some of them go into the alleyway, and then they try to do like the follow tactic, like stay like 3 cards behind and like switch out between cars and shit like that. They're constantly switching between a team. You can assume that there's a group of like 10 people total that are like switching out to try to make it look like they're not actually following you, but they're following you roughly about 50 feet behind.
He's gonna kind of like saddle up next to people, and if he sees Nydak is also kind of looking back, Corm's gonna I'm gonna move back and kind of move by Shotgun and Marg and be like, "Hey, we've got a tail. Probably got 5 to 10 people behind, moving, keeping it."
I think Nydak's the one that got natural 20. Nydak, give me a perception check, add to natural 20 to see if you can recognize any specific looks about them that might grab your attention.
Ooh. 17.
They all have a few unique things that match them. First off, most of them are wearing similar colors. It seems no matter what outfit they have, they're wearing like blues with grays with a little bit of violets in them. They do all look like bounty hunters or mercenaries in some right. But they all have a similar logo, whether it's placed on a hat or a tattoo or a piece on their armor. This specific logo is like a V cutting into a circle, but it's done so where the V actually overlays it, so it's like almost like a 3D print over it, where it kind of cuts over the circular fencing. Nydak, you would know nothing about what the symbol means, though. I would also say what you're able to notice is, with the exception of like 2 of them, they're all Twi'leks.
I would get closer to Margani and Corum and be like, "Our tale seems to have tales of their own, if you get my meaning."
Don't. There's a lot of species out there that have tails.
They're all Twi'leks. Every one of them. And they are not sightseeing. They're hunting. Us.
What are they wearing?
Motley collection of uniforms, but each one has a symbol. And I describe the symbol.
Does this ring a bell to me?
Both Corum and Margani can give me a history check. Oh no. Uh-oh. Bummer.
No! It's up to me now. 14.
Okay. You don't know necessarily what this group is, but you know the person who leads it. You know that there's a certain person that kind of is such a high valued bounty hunter group that even the Hutts are careful around her group. You know that the person who leads it, her name is Jafan. Her group is kind of like if a bounty is very, very high, people are afraid to take it, knowing that if they do, possibly they'll get killed, so one of Jafan's team will take it. But even the Hutts know not necessarily fuck with her team. Half of it because they're dangerous, the other half is because they also work with the Hutts. But Jafan is not like a hidden person. She's pretty well known. She's like kind of like a yellowish tone Twi'lek. She has some biotics in her body, so she's replaced her eyes with cybernetics, so her eyes actually give her basically enhanced vision. And her fingers lie anywhere between having brothels that have agents inside that she can use to get information, to having assassins, but she doesn't really leave the borders of Tatooine.
If it's who I think it is, then maybe we should skip the theatrics and just get out.
I'll
If
be
you know these,
the mall's nearby. We could go to that.
Yeah. What did you say, Nydak?
I was just going to say if you know this organization, I will follow your lead.
All right. Let's get to the mall. I'll send her a comm. Tell her the Hutts got to him first.
Okay.
And we make our way to the dogs.
Are you going to get to the mall first, or are you going to try to communicate to Alice on your way to the mall?
I'm gonna get to the mall first.
Okay. You have no problem getting there. It looks like this group doesn't try to bar your path. But you start boarding on the maw. As you all get in, I'm assuming Corum would be over in the cockpit. Whoever's with Corum actually sees out of the glass that they're making it apparent that they see you as you're all standing by like the front of the ship, but they're not trying to stop you. They just like look at you and they are communicating to somebody.
I would like to check the ship for any trackers.
Okay, give me a tech, please.
Uh, 18.
18. The ship is quite large. It will take you some time. If you guys are in no rush, you're probably going to have to wait about 10 minutes for excuse me, for Shotgun to get through all the nooks and crannies of the ship to make sure that it is a thorough check.
There we go.
But if you wait 10 minutes, there are no trackers.
I will, while Shotgun's doing that, I'll kind of be huddled on the inside of the ramp, like inside the ship, kind of, but hidden around the door. And I'll send a comm to Alice, and I'll do my best performance of start cussing in real, like she
Okay.
she wouldn't even know any better, and just be like, damn it, Hut's got him. There's not much I can do now.
Well, shit. I mean, do you want to meet up? We can go try to get him back. I had to deal with the Huts before. I can do it again.
They're hard in these parts. If I had to guess, he's got some other stupid wanted bounty. But I've dealt with them plenty. Especially these guys.
Deception check.
Once they have him, we're not getting him back. Where is my deception? 22.
22. All right. Well, that'll have to do. At least we know he's taken care of. Why don't you meet me over at the ship? We'll get off this barren wasteland and we'll head back.
I actually have some business of my own to tend to while I'm here, unfortunately.
All right. Well, where do you need me to meet you?
Might take a couple days. I don't want you to wait up.
Oh,
But
don't
if
worry.
you do,
I'm
I'll
in
be
no
around the
rush.
cantina.
I was given about a week, so we're good.
Might take a bit longer, but if you need me, I'll be around the cantina.
All right. Well, I'll stay around here. Keep an eye out. I'll just get one of the local places nearby.
Thanks anyway.
All right. Just let me know when you're ready, and then if you need help, and then whenever we're ready, we can head out. Poor Alice. Done nothing wrong.
I told her not to wait
Alice
for me.
doesn't know. Alice doesn't
Alice
know.
doesn't know.
Alice doesn't know. Alice doesn't know.
Alrighty, I will leave her on red for now.
I was gonna kind of play a thing where Alice was actually attracted to you, which is why she stayed. But you know, blow her off. That's cool.
I mean, I don't blame her, but I've spoke with a lot of people in this lifetime.
Damn, cold as ice.
Chad and Lance are still waiting for her at the other bar.
They're still waiting for me at that table 3 days later or something.
Good old
Nah,
Shadow
bro,
Lance.
she's coming. Just one more day, bro.
The Dougs of Dougs.
I mean, I'm flattered, Alice, but I am married, and I didn't tell you that on purpose, so.
Oh well, then fuck you. Then I'm heading out.
Bye, bitch.
Right. All right. So as you guys find out that there's no trackers on the ship, you take off with Jafan's clan kind of looking at you and making a point that they can see you, but you can assume that you can tell that they don't leave trackers on your ship. You start leaving out of Tatooine area and head into the outer space. What do you guys do?
Well, we wanted to get the younglings back, right?
I mean, back is... I don't know.
You guys are also leaving the party ship behind. It's my birthday.
Corum told that shit.
I feel like if Corum was here, he'd be like, "No, I parked the party ship in the Raven's Maw, or at least strip it for its party parts."
Well, I don't know about where the rest of the younglings could go, but I do know that Nora was needed elsewhere. We could at least drop her off there. See if maybe her planet has any resources as to where we could go.
I'm looking
It's a
between
good
them.
ending.
I'll give it a shot. I might have to.
I'm just kind of leaning in the doorway. I'm gonna let them make this decision.
You have no better leads and no better options, and before the court attacked, we were tasked with taking Nora. And as faulty and as the Jedi Code may be, I do feel somewhat honor bound to fulfill that.
We can at least get her to safety and go from there. There would be at least be one less person on the ship. Not that I want to get rid of her, but it's where she needs to go.
And that is where we will go.
Alright. I believe the planet was Portazite? Is that?
What are you looking at?
The planet that Nora is from.
Oh.
Starts with the C, I know that.
Shit. Let me pull out the old notes.
Portazite.
Okay. Sounds, we're gonna go with that, yeah.
Aurora?
Yeah, as she just randomly just like appears out of one of the hollow projectors.
Can you set the hyperdrive to Corazite?
Yeah, I mean, going from a really hot planet to a really cold planet. Yeah. Immediately, you start seeing some stuff get engaged, and immediately just starts heading into hyperdrive. Where is my information on this planet? Damn it! Other than it's fucking cold. But yes, you guys are heading in that
Corum was
direction.
here. I was gonna go into which one of you do we call captain now? Who's the captain of this ship?
It's true. Shit, where's my info about this damn planet?
We can deal with that when he gets back. Maybe.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Realize Corum hasn't even seen the AI. What the fuck is
Yeah.
this? We
Yeah,
upgraded.
he's gonna geek. He's gonna geek out over that too. You know it.
Probably.
We've upgraded in the 12 hours we've been gone.
It's been like 36 hours.
Work smarter, not hard.
Hey, at least he knows he did leave his ship in good hands.
In the meantime, is there like any maps or anything that I could like pull up of the area, or see what kind of space, like transport movements have been going through the area?
As far as where?
Corazite.
It's hard to tell from this distance. Until you get closer, you can't really know. You're still really closer to Tatooine than you are there, so it's gonna take you some time. But it'll probably take you a day before you can start actually doing some reconnaissance as far as any information of what's going on in the area. It's gonna take you some time to get there.
Okay. So in the meantime, we're just activating hyperdrive and going.
Pretty much. I'm trying to
Okay.
fucking bring up. Where is my information on the goddamn planet?
While they're doing things in the cockpit, I silently disappeared.
Okay. Where to?
To my room.
Okay. Like, you just went invisible and just like deuces, bitches.
I jumped off the ship in orbit. I'm just. Whew,
Like, I don't need this shit.
Rock and roll, Grandma.
This is some bullshit. Where'd my notes go? Alright, so Mergine disappears. You guys got significant amount of time before you guys would get there, so you guys got plenty of time to do what you do.
Even though Corum's not here, I know Corum and Shotgun would be chattering like when I pick my daughter up from preschool and she tells me about her whole day. So while they're chatting, going over that and having that love fest, I would notice Margani's gone make my way to her room, knock on it, slam a fist into her door.
Okay.
Tongue, tongue, tongue.
It's like a solid 30 seconds go by. Then she opens the door, and she's in just like a casual fit. And per usual, got a bottle of Tahar half missing in her hand. Yeah.
Normally, I would write this off as another sulking and drinking extravaganza, but what's wrong?
I mean, it is a sulking and drinking extravaganza.
It is, but as us weirdo force users would say, sometimes what's at surface level isn't what is really important. And he'll force pull the bottle from her hand and grab it and take a sip and then hand it back to her. I'm your friend, for whatever that's worth. I'm here if you need to talk. If not, enjoy your drink.
There's not much to talk about. Just some bad memories that can be drowned out.
Yeah? Well, if you ever decide to come up for air, and you decide you want to get that weight off your chest, I'll be around. Until then, good swimming. He'll turn and start walking towards his room, I guess, for the time being.
Hey, Nydak.
Yeah!
She'll just raise her bottle and cheers. Thanks for always looking out.
Always. Until you stab me in the back. Then I'll rip you in half. But no. You're welcome.
I don't think you'll have to worry about that. Think anybody here will have to worry about that.
I know.
And I'll close the door and go back to where I was, which was sitting at the window of the room and just staring at Tatooine as it slowly starts disappearing.
Okay.
How do I want to do this? I guess at that point, I'm probably just getting the ship in order and stuff. I actually don't think Shotgun would be speaking very much to Quorum right now. Whether that be just she's tired, especially from doing all of that running, or whatever. Maybe she goes and tells Quorum to, like, go get his stuff settled back in his room. Is there any way... Do we have, like, long-range communication on the ship?
You do, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to contact Corazite.
I'm trying to remember if that's actually the planet, because I know she's the Pantoran, but
Her father, Senator Tawny, is dealing with, let me find it again. He is a representative for Corazite. He and his son are there, and Nora is supposed to meet them to deal with a political dispute regarding rebels.
God, it's been a minute. Okay. Where the...
And we were supposed to take her there on behalf of negotiations with Jedi.
That's right. Yes. Okay. Yeah, because she wants to represent her planet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Where the fuck is my notes? Like I'm missing so much shit. Okay.
If it helps, it's from episode 10.
Okay, I'll have to go back and look at some stuff because I am like missing. I don't know what happened to them on the Star Wars notes. Okay. All right. So who are you gonna try to communicate?
I don't know if... I doubt I can, like, directly contact the senator himself. So I guess any authority or some, like, his office or something.
Are you gonna try to contact his office actually on Corazite, or are you gonna try to contact his office like? Are you gonna try to communicate to his office on? Why am I blanking on so many words? Oh, God damn it! Why am I blanking on so many words? The major planet that has the Senate in it.
Coruscant.
Coruscant, thank you. Or are you gonna try to contact his office on Coruscant? The day.
I mean, I would assume Corazite. However, the last we saw him was on Tython, literally like 5 minutes before the attack happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to see if he's even alive right now.
Gotcha. All right. All right. So you try to contact like his office, or at least the representative of his office over on Corazite. You like it gets rerouted to what is a specific monitoring station in the outskirts of Corazite. It's just as silent, but you hear it works. No one responds, but
Is
it is.
anyone there?
Yes, who is this?
This is Jedi Knight Shakan Diovada. I was calling to confirm if Senator Tawny was there.
What is the inquiry that we had with the senator?
It is regarding his daughter, Nora.
Goes silent for a second. One moment. And just got kind of put on some Star Wars hold music. Goes for about 5 minutes and then it finally gets put back on. So you have his daughter in hand? Is she safe?
Yes. She is safe. I rescued her from Tython, but I guess I wanted to confirm that the senator himself had returned safely.
The senator is returned, but he is in a condition at the moment, but he is here. If you can give me the name of your ship, I can make sure that you pass by our hub and are able to dock our station without any impediment.
Of course. This is the Raven's Maw.
All right. Make sure that you head directly towards the make sure you head into Corellian Trade Spine 2. Make sure you dock there. And I'll make sure that my men are able to give you all you need and give you direct transport down to the surface.
Of course. Thank you.
You are quite welcome and have a safe flight here. As enters. Immediately exits the conversation. The trade. Yeah,
Okay.
it's the trade spine. Yep. Okay. Yep.
I will, for now, have Aurora take over navigation.
Okay.
I would like to go find Nora. I assume she's probably in the hangar bay with the rest of the children, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, she's in the hangar bay with the rest of the children. If you went to go find her, she's currently there right now trying to get them to calm down and meditate, as like a lot of things, especially with the last battle, has kind of set them at unease. But she's trying to make them understand of like that it is over, it is done, and most of them are pretty much calm by the time you get there.
Okay. I'll kind of wait in the doorway or whatever and just kind of watch her settle out, just see how things are going, take note of which children are restless, or more so than the others.
Okay.
I don't know if there are specific ones, otherwise I will slowly approach.
Okay.
Nora, may I speak with you?
As she like opens up her eyes and then she just stand up. Yeah. Children, just keep focusing. I'm sure everything will be fine. As she starts walking with you. I totally forgot
I'll
she's not
kind of
a,
lead her.
she's not a Pantoran, she's a cage. That's right.
Oh, I thought she was Pantoran.
No, she's a cage. I think I labeled someone else's Pantoran and mixed up the notes.
Okay, I've had her as Pantoran. In my notes, but okay. I will just kind of lead her a little bit away. Not like secretive or anything, just I need to catch you up on things.
Oh, okay.
I apologize for the last day. I was hoping that when we got to Tatooine, I could let you guys out of the ship and run around a little, but it seems, as usual, things went south. We are actually on your way home to Coruscant.
Okay. Give me an insight check on her.
But yeah, 2 is more common.
Oh, never mind. That's a... I can math 13.
13. Something about her response is less excited and more concerned. She can't figure out why.
Hold on, there's
She's like, okay,
a lever here to go out. Or it might be to the right. We might-
how are we getting there?
I mean, we're taking the ship.
Right, but like, how are we getting onto the planet's surface?
I spoke with your father's office, and they gave me clearance. Is something the matter?
Remember I told you that I wanted to represent the Jedi for my planet because my planet's in the Civil War?
Yes.
Well, long story short, yeah, my father is the ruler of our, the ruler of the planet, but our planet is separated into 2 species, and the Belugans have taken over. So if we're trying to land on there, they probably have all the landing platforms restricted. Did you tell him I was with you?
I did.
So long story short, it would win him great well, if they found out that I was there, they would do nothing. They would do everything to try to capture me, to try to pull my father out of hiding. Also, I don't know if you know so well about Corzite, but we can't necessarily just land on the planet. As soon as we get into the atmosphere, the ship would just crush into a tin can and we would all die.
What
Yeah.
would you suggest then?
Well, I've never really broken into my own home before. I mean, you would definitely need to take one of the elevators all the way down, which is what they have all control out of. And the ship isn't retrofitted specifically for our atmosphere. We're I guess the only thing that comes to my mind is know this, land on there, and hate to say it, but take that specific platform by force.
I don't know how feasible that is with this group. I mean, I'm not about to try to put the Padawans in more danger than they already are.
Makes sense.
Perhaps it is possible that who I spoke to might be one of the Blugans. I could attempt to contact Tython and see if your father happens to actually still be there. Obviously I don't know what happened after we left, but in the off chance that this person may have lied to me, I'm not about to put you in danger either.
Well, either way, my goal is to get back to my planet, and there's only a handful of ships that can actually land on there without requiring, excuse me, the elevators to go all the way down. I'm sure my father made it to the planet's surface. I don't know his condition, but
Oh no.
I was told that he was in a condition, which I assume may not be well.
but who knows what the Belugans would have said. I'll go with whatever you want. Whatever you do, I'll follow. Whatever you want, I'll do. But I just warn you that whoever you spoke to probably is not who you thought they were. The good thing is if we decided to land there and their soldiers up on the top aren't the smartest bunch we've crossed before, nor are they the most military efficient, but there's a lot of them. Maybe we could stealth our way to the elevators?
If there's anything that I learned in war, it's that you need to be careful and patient, and right now, you are the one that knows the most about Corzite. I would trust your judgment, and if you think that we are better off sneaking to the elevator and trying to get down, then that's something that I can talk to the crew with, and if they are alright with that, we can do it. Otherwise, that's all about I've got, and at least for the next day until I can get better scans of the planet.
Well, based off of where we were to where we are, We're gonna have to run to the other side of the galaxy to get the Corzite. It'll take some time. If you want, I can think about it, about the best way. Less life taken and easiest way to get down there.
Yeah, I do some thinking. I'll come back shortly. I need to go catch up with the crew and see what happens from here.
Okay, well, let me go focus on this and I'll let you know. And she just bows and starts walking off to her room.
I will head back to the cockpit.
Okay.
As you're heading back, you hear some clattering in the kitchen, and I'm ransacking the shelves for some Star Wars potato chips.
Okay.
She, like, pauses, has an aneurysm for a moment, and then just continues walking.
I'll just call out as you keep walking. I couldn't do it, you know.
Do what?
Turn Corum in.
And why is that?
Because you were right. And he was right about y'all.
There's a little bit of a smug look on her face. I'm sorry, I don't believe I heard you correctly.
Marg's like really drunk right now, so she digs like a wad of chips, shoves her mouth, goes, "You're right."
Good enough. Well, I appreciate it. And for what it's worth, thank you for not killing him or turning him in. Look, I know we don't see eye to eye. I guess I give you a lot of respect, despite all of my comments. I just want the same back.
Marg puts the chips down. I'm sorry I tried to get under your skin. You know, you remind me a lot of myself when I was your age. Makes me do a lot of reflecting. But you don't have to turn out like me. And with this group, I don't think you will.
I hope not. That's not to say that I don't want to end up like you, because that sounds harsh to say. But just more of...
Girl, I'm a bitch. It's alright.
That's not where I was going with that, but, you and I have very different lives and very different opinions, and a lot would have to happen for me to be in similar positions, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, she wipes the grease on her pants. Then maybe we'll have a clean slate, and we'll rub off on each other in a good way. Holds out her hand. Cruz.
like that. It's like the other arm because this one's.
And Mark's like, oh, it's good. It's fine.
Yes, that would be nice.
Picks back up the potato chip bag. Awesome.
I can't, but thank you.
What? You have an allergy?
Stomach. I kind of don't have a stomach.
Just like looks at you and doing that like drunk computing. Is that a
I'll explain when you're not drunk. How about that? If that's a thing.
I'm working on it. I'll start tomorrow, though. She picks back up the chip and the booze. Now, I'm gonna go catch some sleep. I don't remember last time I slept. Anyway, call me if you need me. She'll start sauntering down back to her room.
I'm gonna make sure she gets to her room.
I
And
hit the
then I will-
couch with my knee and I go, fuck! And I keep going.
I feel like I'm hurting a cat, but yeah. Once she's safely in her room, I will turn back around and head to the cockpit to see what progress the ship is making.
Okay. There's still some decent time before you get there. You do see that Aurora is just standing there. Is there anything you need, Captain?
Not at the moment. It seems we have a while before I can even get any scans of Corazite.
Well, if you need, I can at least give you some information about the planet.
Sure.
As she pulls over, like, loads up like a database of different things. As you see there's two species in front of you, specifically the sorry, I just had it in front of me. I literally just had it in front of me, sorry. Specifically the Cage and the Blugans. The Cage himself are obviously what Nora is. They seem to be a species that have been always kind of put down at the lower spots of the planet. The planet itself the atmosphere is very uninhabitable as far as the outer ring of it, making it where the pressure's so high that if any ship that's not specifically made for the planet will crush in mere seconds by just trying to go to the surface. Due to the constant weather changes, there's always rain coming down, but it is also an icy planet, so it starts turning into ice. Due to this constant effect, the more inhabitable spots is within the actual land itself, as the core is hollow. And all the caverns inside, due to the ice and the cold and the rain, grow a very unique kind of crystal that is unique to Corazite. In the past 50 years, the Belugans have had more military power, while the Cage have had more diplomatic power, as the Belugans do not believe that they need to share the right of Corazite with the Republic. Cages are also very traditional, as most of them don't actually wield blasters. They mostly wield swords of some kind. So they created several trade spines These are giant elevators that go from the surface of the planet up into the outer ring. There's a total of 6 of them. They lead over to ship landing platforms out in the outer rings.
Okay.
The last checkpoint, 15 seconds.
How long has this rebellion or civil war been going on, does it say?
The Civil War has been going on for over 100 years. So it's the reason why you assume Nora's so passionate about it is because all she's been taught is that her race has been in basically subjugation. That's like as far back as she knows is from any of her ancestors.
Well, I guess that makes sense as to why Nora wants to go.
You too.
However, maybe she's not the... Maybe she's not the best for this. I don't know. Have you ever dealt with anything like this, Aurora?
With the planet?
Civil wars? I mean, you were on a cruiser.
I've been a part of several wars. The one that just ended a couple years ago, and I was part of the last one, the Jedi and Sith War. Unfortunately, was part of both sides. I can't really pick one, but I don't know if you know, but I was actually made by a Sith Lord, but I was stolen by the Jedi several years later.
Would you say there's a certain side you lean to in these situations, or you just...
I am not
take the
designed to
facts
have
and
an
go with them?
opinion. Logically, it would make sense to side with whatever side would keep the most living. So theoretically, the Jedi or whoever is part of that part.
I suppose that makes sense. I can understand from that perspective. I only was ever part of the Jedi and Sith War. I mean, that lasted 1,000 years. I was pretty young when I first entered. I really don't know much of peace. Just the broken 2 years.
Unfortunately,
Suppose I still have much to learn.
Unfortunately, peace has not hit this galaxy in over a millennia.
Maybe we can change that.
One can hope.
Indeed. Well, I guess in the meantime, how is the ship running? I know we made a lot of repairs, but I don't know if we fixed everything.
Oh, everything's in optimal condition. Shields are at maximum. Speed is running fine. Hyperdrive is good. Unless for some reason we get attacked, there seems to be no problems.
Can I just ask you to run another diagnostic? The way we left, I still feel uneasy. Perhaps we are going to be followed, or... Otherwise, I don't know.
That's fine. Yeah, give me a few minutes to go through the systems. As she just starts pressing her hands like on the keyboard, and then she just kind of, her eyes start flickering as she starts like loading different code.
Apologize for blinding light. Hi, my roommate's gone, which means I can mess with the lighting as I please.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Now it is to my liking.
After a few minutes, she mentions there's nothing on the ship. There's an irregularity with one of the shields. It's in the aft
What do
segment.
you mean?
Well, it's not functioning correctly. And she's just like starts flicking her eyes correctly. As she just like starts like walking towards like the center of the ship, expecting you to follow. Second.
Will do so.
As you make your way to like the center of the ship, where like there's a lot of parts that like control, like there's like a control panel that like can manually control like the generators and stuff like that controls the shields. She goes in there and she like presses her hands like on the wires and stuff like that. As like you start to notice that there's like something affecting the ship. It's not like a physical item, but it almost looked like someone hacked the ship for a little bit. She's like, I don't know what's going on, but someone was messing around with the ship, probably when we were docked. She
On
just,
Tatooine.
I assume so, as she like closed her eyes for a second. I fixed the problem, but I don't know. Shields are back up working, but outside of that, I have no idea what happened.
Can you scramble our signal?
Puts her hand back up. It's scrambled.
Alright. Continue to monitor the ship. If anything goes wrong, I want to know.
Okay. Well, I'll take care of that. I won't be able to do that and pilot the ship as well. Unless you feel comfortable keeping on autopilot, someone's going to stay over in the cockpit then. As she just kind of dissolves herself back over into the ship and starts keeping her eye on the ship and all its systems.
Okay. I will return to the cockpit and fly it to the best of my ability with my one arm.
Fair enough.
Until eventually I'm rejoined by someone else.
The good thing is really nothing you have to do as far as flight. It's just keeping, control in case if for some reason there's a hazard that pulls you out of hyperdrive randomly.
I would like to monitor to see if, like, other ships ever enter, or just anything that could set off a red flag.
A piloting check, please.
Piloting?
Yeah.
What is that? That is not good. That is 6.
6. As far as you can tell throughout the ship systems and what you're looking around, no one is matching your speed. No one's in the same jump path as you. Nothing seems to really grab your attention.
Okay. I will just remain to keep an eye on the ship, on those things. I will wait to hear from Aurora.
Okay.
Just go from there.
Nydak,
even if that exhausts me.
Okay. Nydak, is there anything you want to do?
No, not at this point.
Okay. All right, Margani, is there anything you want to do?
Eventually fall asleep.
Good stuff. All right. As the first night ends without anything that's really standing out, you can all hit a long rest button if you need to do so.
Oh my god, finally.
With 1 day left before you hit the Corzite.
Yay!
Mostly because Corzite is on the opposite side of the galaxy.
I would assume that Corum probably would return at some point, given that he only needs 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, sure.
So
you're gonna let him pilot?
Yeah, I'll let him pilot. I'll let him know. I'll probably formally introduce him to Aurora. I would like to have Aurora reinstate him as captain of the ship.
Okay. Oh, captain,
and
my
then
captain.
I'll let him know of all of the issues, the hacking, just to keep an eye out on things. And then I will attempt to go rest. But I know things we've spoken about before. I don't know what I need to do for that.
I'm sorry, as far as what?
Sleeping issues.
Oh. Give me a charisma saving throw, please. I clean up my desk and then I fucking hide all my notes.
An 8.
8. Sleep is not your friend. Restless dreams, nightmares that just are abound. Everywhere from the damage you had on your shoulder to previous damage you had to just consistently seeing other Jedi burn, you are having a tough time getting sleep.
Okay. I think if she has a dream, especially regarding the Wookiee attack, she'll probably wake up in a panic.
Mm-hmm.
And just spend time calming herself down, seeing if she can go back to sleep, and then probably just giving up and returning to the cockpit.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if that means I'll take a level in exhaustion or.
Let's see, because you haven't been awake for. God, I gotta remember when you guys had your last sleep. I feel like it hasn't been 24 hours quite yet.
Been a hot bit since last long rest.
Has it? Okay, then. Okay, then
yeah.
Yes, you suffer a level of exhaustion then.
Okay. That's fine.
God, why?
We've had a very eventful last a lot of hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, until you can get a full sleep, you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Okay. While you're awake, assumably Corum is with you. Unfortunately, Corum is not here. I'll allow you to give me. Technically, it'd be helping you, but you got disadvantage on ability checks. Give me another technology check, just even. I'd say he would give you advantage, but your exhaustion would give you disadvantage. Just give me a technology check, even.
Okay, that was good. 19.
19. As far as you can tell, it seems like no one is necessarily following you. Maybe someone was listening in.
Can I attempt to hack into our system and see if I can pinpoint who or how?
Since Aurora already cleared it from the system, unfortunately not. She already fixed the problem. I'd say...
Okay, so just previous calls have been tapped on.
Yep.
Okay. That might be a problem. Aurora?
Alzan appears.
Do we?
Yes.
Do we have any surveillance of the ship? Possibly whoever did hack into it?
I mean, Unfortunately not. There's no exterior cameras on the ship. I can see what I can do to try to see if I can pull up anything from the Tatooine landing platform, but it will take me some time.
It might be worthwhile.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the group that was chasing us or if it was someone else, but I would rather be safe than sorry.
Okay, I will see what I can do. And then if she disappears again.
I'll probably monitor the systems while she's doing that, just so everything's going on clockwork.
Okay. So it is officially on day 2. Morgani and Nydak, is there anything you guys want to do while you're still on ship? Okay.
I would probably try and with lightsaber more.
Okay. You're going to try to meditate with it?
Correct.
Okay. All right. As you take some time to meditate with your Sapphire Makashi, I need you to give me a wisdom check to match the blade style.
That's a 5.
As you try to focus on the blade is not necessarily resisting you, but maybe you're sort of in balance with the Force is kind of conflicting with it. Yes, it wants you to be a little bit of both, but maybe it's you're uncertain about yourself, and therefore the blade knows it. You're not going to lose any connection with it, but you're not gaining any connection in the response. You're still stuck at the level 1 process. Nothing happens in meditation. Even in meditation, it seems impossible at your current level with the Force to even disassemble the blade. It seems like it is far surpassing you, that the blade itself has more force than even you have.
Cool. That's it.
Okay. Anything from Morgani?
Are we in next day territory?
Yep.
I wake up with the worst hangover ever.
Okay.
She kind of opens her holocom, debating on calling a specific Mando. And then shakes the idea out of her head. And gets up, puts new clothes on, and goes to the kitchen and shoves some Star Wars liquid IV.
Okay.
Then just grabs a snack bar and comes and chills in the cockpit. Doesn't say anything when she walks in.
Okay.
Just takes her little spot.
Just
lounging,
chills. Okay.
Scrolls on ye old Stars book.
Okay.
Morning. You look great.
I feel great. Anything exciting happening?
Yes. It seems that very likely our friends that followed us on Tatooine may have hacked into our ship. I had Aurora take care of it, but I'm still monitoring to make sure that nothing else goes wrong. Aurora
Jafon's
is...
group. What would they want with us? Jafon. I assume that's who was following us on Tatooine.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if her or the Hutts have particular interests in our ship or crew. I mean, I guess maybe Corum, but it does seem a little weird that they came so quickly. Unless they knew we were coming.
I sure wouldn't have let him know. Oh my god, he's back!
Yeah. So I had Aurora fix the problem. However, they did overhear a call that I made to Korazite. It seems after talking to both Aurora and Nora, the civil war has been going on for quite a while, and who I spoke to may not actually be trustworthy, so she is suggesting we take a different route down there. One, because we may be crushed by the atmosphere, but also because we may just be captured instead. So yeah, once everyone's in here, I would like to speak to you all about that. And maybe with Nora's help.
I'll be like, just have that face when she said crushed or shot at. And it's like, I'd like to speak to her when Mark's like, then she hits the button to call the ship and be like, Nydak to the cockpit?
I don't know
You
how
still
much
can't think
Vanity
alone.
hurt.
Ben, you need to get caught to speed?
What's going on? I'm so lost.
What
Alright,
a-
gravity re- oh.
Okay. Otherwise I was gonna recommend like maybe a very quick break.
Well, we're not going to be on much longer, so if we take a break, we're going to be ending shortly after that. 'Cause
okay.
it's already 9 o'clock.
Notes.
I can speed through it real quickly. You guys are on
Go
the
for
ship. You guys left out of Tatooine. Made Alice believe that Margani is going to stay there. Alice has a crush on Margani. Margani lied to Alice. You guys left on the Maw.
Said that you got taken by the Hutts,
Yeah.
sold it.
You guys are being followed by Jafan and her crew. You left. Shakin did a technology check to notice that there was no physical implementations that were tracking you. As you guys flew out, eventually Aurora was able to find out that some of the shields were being disturbed, and there was someone listening to a conversation as Shakin made a call to Nora's Korazite homeworld, and Nora let Shakin know that technically the person they called is probably lying, and that Korazite you can't land on because it has a weird pressurization. Just for a real once over for anybody who watched the Clone Wars, if anybody knows what the Korazite planet is, it's where specifically
That one character.
yeah, that one character in that one place. I'm blanking on words today. It is terrible.
Shakin and Marg made peace. Marg got really drunk, ate some potato chips, went to sleep. Nydak exchanged some words, and then went and touched his saber.
Oh, I'm
And
I touched
we
it
all
the
know
wrong way. It didn't work. He didn't speak to me.
I barely slept, and so I have a level of exhaustion. It's been awkward between Coram and Shakin just because I wasn't gonna do anything in your absence.
so you guys are
Weirdly
currently
quiet.
You guys are currently heading
And-
towards a landing platform that has an elevator that leads you to the surface of the planet.
Yeah, and we're going to Korazite because we mentioned figuring out shit for the younglings, and therefore I was like, okay, well, we know where we can at least drop one youngling off. But yeah.
Okay, now I remember the episode. Does anybody who watched Clone Wars, it's probably about like season 4, Asajj Ventress is officially a bounty hunter with like Boba Fett's gang, and they gotta go to a planet where they gotta take an elevator down? That's Korazite.
Gotcha.
Sick. And now we're here.
So
Team meeting!
So it's the same Civil War that's kind of like on there. The Blugans are the ones that kind of have like the more of the beak, and Nora's race, the Cage, are the ones that are like drow samurai, drow ninjas, kind of.
Copy that. Okay.
So, as you're all there, Nora eventually comes up. Okay, so either one is not preferable. We could either, no matter what, we're gonna have to land on the platform. There's no other way that the ship can get down there without being crushed. We'll have to get on there. Either we go there in guns a-blazing of sorts, or I guess you pretend that I'm your hostage.
Are there any other platforms that you know of?
I mean, there's
Ones that maybe...
only 6, and I would assume the Blugans have all of them. The way that my father landed on is because the ship is actually made out of the mineral that the planet's made out of.
I assume the Blugans probably don't speak Galactic Basic.
They do.
Oh, they do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm personally not up for a fight, but I guess we need to prepare for that. I don't know what the rest of you think.
I'll be honest, most of their military power isn't that great that's on the platforms. They're mostly securities, and maybe a couple commanders. If we're planning to fight them, it probably wouldn't be too difficult to subdue them. But it's up to you.
Just another planet where we go in guns a-blazing.
I'm sorry, enlighten me. Why are we going to this planet again? That people are trying to murder us?
Because this was the mission that we got right before ship went down on Typhon. We agreed to take Nora here to help her family and represent the Jedi.
So we're taking her to a place where they want to kill her.
I mean,
Yes?
she just like Nora looks at you confused, like, well, to be honest, if that wasn't the case, I could just do it myself.
What are we trying to accomplish here?
Well, the Jedi Council allowed me to come back to the planet so I can represent them to take care of the Civil War.
I mean, are they going to listen to you?
Probably not right off the bat, no.
So are we going there in a diplomatic fashion, or are we going there as freedom fighters?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Oh.
Yes.
I mean,
Welcome back, Captain.
This is what I get. This is cosmic karma. I get it. Okay.
sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
If it's any consolation, I just want to know if there's anywhere out there that is safer for the Padawans to go, but I don't.
Sounds like this place is not one of them.
Well, neither was Tatooine.
Holy shit, I gotta agree with Mark for once.
It
Hey.
does seem like your list of safe planets is getting shorter and shorter by the moment.
I mean, if you just tell me to drop me off there, just get me down the elevator, I can take from there. If you're trying to drop off the Padawan somewhere else, the best place from there is to go to Ilum.
Why don't we go to Ilum first?
Is Ilum even on the way?
Yeah,
remember.
Ilum is actually closer to you than Korzite is.
Okay, what's on Ilum?
Ilum actually has a Jedi temple. It is actually considered one of the most powerful planets of this time for the Force.
Do we
Didn't we
know
go
if
to
Ilum
Ilum?
is safe?
You guys went to Tython?
Python, Camino.
Oh, I was
Exalted.
leaving Ilum to go to Utapau.
Yeah.
We're gonna run all the way back to the ship, and then we're gonna run all the way back to Ilum.
So again,
Shocking
for
God
Star
damn it.
Wars lore, Ilum is the planet in The Force Awakens that was used as a giant Death Star. That's Ilum.
It's also really sick.
I mean, we can try. I don't know if the court has done anything. I mean, what's to stop them from having done something similar to what they did on Tython?
Well, we
Well, that's
gotta
my
prove
concern.
somewhere.
Aurora?
Yeah.
Are there any updated scans of Ilum?
Oh, yeah, no problem. As she just immediately just like pops up like a hollow projector.
Oh, yes.
What the hell is that thing?
Something I got on the abandoned Jedi cruiser.
Oh, I'm gone for like 2 days. 2 days.
To be fair, I started installing her as you left us.
That makes it so much better.
She made
This is
coffee.
Aurora.
Greetings.
She's been quite helpful.
And so was that droid before it fucked up our hyperdrive.
As she immediately like, looks
Well,
at you
she
all
fixed
angry,
us to
I
the
am
heart.
not a droid.
My apologies, see-through hologram.
Don't make me turn the ship
I like
around right
her.
now.
I like her. She's spicy.
Any virus.
Are there any updated scans of Ilum or in
Unfortu-
regards to transports?
As far as Ilum, it looks like most of the planet's still secure. As far as, if you don't mind, I was listening in. As far as the Jedi Temple, it seems to be still relatively secure. Population pretty high. Doesn't seem like there's any.
Fine, relatively.
Well, I don't know if your friend has mentioned, but they have taken some damage a while ago from the court, or at least what you call them. But compared to most planets, they're still well-to-do. But there seems to be no activity as far as the outer regions of it is concerned, if that's what you're worried about.
Shocking, do you have any contact with anybody still on Ilum?
Player
What
to
are you
DM. Because I spent 2 years recovering on Ilum, would I know of anybody specifically that may still be there?
You would know of one of the masters, but not one of the headmasters. You would know. Let me pull up the name. Just because they're a Jedi Sage, so you would know them from comes and goes as far as making sure that you were taken care of. Where are we?
What happened to Jeremy's camera?
I think he turned his.
I think he turned his light on.
You just bounced.
Fair.
He's on his way to Ilum.
Alright, so you know a Jedi Unnal, Unnal. He'd be one of the few Jedi sages, but Ilum is very well known for having more Jedis that are more Force-based, or more like Jedi sages and less Jedi guardians. More adept with the Force than more of warriors.
I can see if one of the masters that was looking over me happens to still be there, or at least contact, see who might be there. If that's what you want me to do.
I mean, if we're gonna drop these kids off somewhere and that's the safest spot, like, I mean, that's probably the best course of action. Try to reach
Just
out to somebody.
It's like Corum's probably like, do we even have to stop? Can't they just tuck and roll as we just kind of bank it around there? They're Jedi. They can land.
All right, I'll make the call. I guess I will set up long-range communication to Ilum,
Okay.
specifically the Jedi Temple there.
Okay. Much like trying to communicate to Korzites, this one specifically goes to a station on the outside of the planet itself. Most likely to the docking station for some of their ships. Raven's Maw, we have you. What's your inquiry?
This is Jedi Knight Shokin Diavada. I was I wish to inquire about the state of the temple.
The temple is doing... it's doing fine. May I ask what is with the question of the inquiry?
Forgive my bluntness. I was just on Tython.
Oh. I'm glad that you were able to make it out unscathed. Do you need safe harbor?
I do not. However, I rescued a summer Padawans, and I'm looking for a safe place to leave them so that they may continue training.
Of course. Make your way here at post haste. We will make sure that you make your way docked into the platform without any issue, and we can deal with the exchange then.
Of course. Thank you. We'll be there as soon as possible.
We will relay to you specific coordinates. We have discovered that due to battle as of a couple of years ago, there is some spots we've noticed where bounty hunters come through. If you follow the coordinates we give you, it might be a little bit longer, but we can assure that you will make it here unscathed.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
May the force be with you. Immediately goes offline.
You all hear that? Was that like in the cockpit, or where was that at?
Yeah, that was in the cockpit.
Yeah, to be in the
I'm
cockpit.
gonna insight check that guy because what he said sounded real shady.
Be honest, you guys think everything I say is shady. Okay,
It's
insight check.
D&D.
It's Star Wars. Everyone's shady.
The shade.
Even the ones that Joe means to not be shady, they're shady.
That's an 18 insight.
The guy seems genuine.
Joe's like, please, God, just trust this kid. Just trust this NPC.
He's fine. He's fucking fine. Is he though?
I just want to fuck with you guys. All the ones you guys are paranoid are really good people, and the ones who are like, no, what, this guy's great. It's like, ha, you suckers.
Yeah, joke's on you. There's
Joke's
none
on
of those guys.
Yeah, we're paranoid about everybody. All right. All right. Then yeah, he'll just leave it be.
Some of us are paranoid about furniture. Forget about people.
D&D, giving people trust issues since the 70s.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you heard him. I guess we can go to Ilum. Make this ship a little lighter.
Well, it's not necessarily that I want it lighter. It's just safer for them.
Yeah.
So as you switch coordinates and reroute yourselves to head to Ilum, you're only about an hour away, even taking into account the rerouting of the course to avoid where some of the fields are that the bounty hunters have been taken over. During that hour, is there anything anybody wants to do?
Yeah. Nora, can you make sure that the Padawans are packed up and ready to go?
Yeah. Are we eventually gonna go to Corzite?
If that is where you want to go, I have no problems at least getting you there. I can't speak for the rest of the crew as to... I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. As she starts walking away to get the younglings prepped, you can tell that she was, even though she was distraught by the way it was going to happen, she was excited to go to her homeworld. Now she is judging Corum vigorously for rerouting her. This is how she turns to the dark side.
You knew he was already there.
I'll kind of linger there for a minute and then kind of slip away and go to my room.
Okay. Alright, you head to your room. Morgani, Nydak, Corum.
Just chilling, eating my snack.
Chilling like a theoretical villain.
Maybe got some Pedialyte and came back.
I would have stayed pretty quiet when we were talking about the another Jedi temple, because I did not go to the first one. I got in a fight with Morgani instead. Time well spent. Time well spent. So he, after hearing that, is going to go to his room. From under his bed, he's going to pull out stuff. He's going to open the foot straight out of the foot pocket. He's going to Jedi.
Oh no, you're cutting in really, cutting in and out.
Oh, my bad. How about now? Good?
I think so.
He is going to take out a footlocker from underneath his bed and open it up. The inside of it is going to be a Jedi robe that's burned and scorched and I've seen the worst of days, and he's just going to sit at me staring at it, lost in thought and memory and things that may or may not come from visiting a Jedi temple again.
Okay. Shotgun in your room, do you want to do anything?
Mope. Obviously, like, she didn't sleep well. She's a bit torn about the Padawans leaving, not to mention everything that just happened with the group itself. So, yeah, mope, ponder.
Okay.
About it.
As you're about to arrive, both Nydak and Shotgun, even actively maybe not even looking for it or feeling it, you both get the feeling of the first time when you're arriving to a planet that actually feels a sense of peace. Even though it has taken damage, it has not affected the force around this planet. As Kurami pull out of the hyperdrive and you immediately get to a planet, or get to a landing platform on the outside of the planet that is currently harboring some larger ships, some smaller ships, even some fighters smaller than you. As you immediately get a communique. Ravensmaw, we have you. Make your way to Dock 4.
He'll just say copy that and set coordinates for that.
Okay.
And as we're like approaching, I kind of like lean over my shoulder and look at Marg, and I'm just kind of like, "You doing all right back there?"
As good as I can be with a hangover, but I'll survive. What about you?
Real tired of people shooting at us. Look, I just wanted to say I appreciate you at least listening to me back there. I know probably couldn't have been that easy, and there's a lot going on. You know, I just kind of, like I said, thought that would be the best course of action to get the Exalted from making any issues for us.
Well, sorry I was almost one of those shooting at you.
Well,
But
With
hopefully
good
they'll
reason.
be out of our hair soon. At least for a little bit.
it'd be
We
nice.
don't have hair.
I got facial hair.
Your hair.
I also just wanted to say I know it's not super easy to let people know about stuff in your past that isn't the nicest. So, you know, I get it. It's not easy.
Not many people know that about me. But maybe one of these days when people aren't shooting at us, we can crack some beers and share stories more often.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Do me a favor. Take the helm for a minute. It should be pretty self-sufficient. It'll bring us in.
All right.
Think you can handle it for 30 seconds.
And you guys crash and die.
Fucking rip.
You want to learn more about me? I did not fly a lot of ships until very recently, but I will give it a shot.
Joe, can I just set the controls so it pretty much autopilot lands?
Sure.
I'd be like, I got faith in you. Alright, just hop in the seat. You got this.
I'll hop in the seat and
What's
I will
this button
white
do?
knuckle. I will white knuckle it, having no idea it's even on autopilot.
Steady, steady. Whew, got it. It's tough going
Oh.
there.
Great.
I'm actually gonna make my way down to Shotgun's room.
Okay.
Horse and things. All right, I'm gonna go to the door and just kind of knock.
Hello?
Hey, you got a second?
Oh, yeah, come in.
I'll go in. I think this is probably the first time I've actually been in your room.
I'm hardly in it.
Just gonna look around, see how barren it is, and I'm like, nice.
Marg and her went and bought some stuff. There's some
Oh, you
stuff.
did, that's right.
We had a little shopping trip before we
Forgot
start
about
beefing
that.
again.
On brand.
Moment of niceness and saying you asses. He'll come in and where are you at?
She's probably just sitting on the edge of her bed.
You don't have a chair or anything, right?
I don't know, do I?
I mean, there would be
Chair.
like a small desk built into the walls to be like one chair.
Okay.
He'll actually just come in and he's gonna like lean against the wall by the door for a second, and kind of just take her in for a minute and just, how you doing?
I've been better.
That's an understatement.
I guess you could say that I feel a bit lost. A lot has happened over the last couple of days.
Well, I'm sure I have a hand in some of that.
A bit.
Did you read the note that I left for the Exalted?
The
Oh,
one
did you
where
read the note I
did
left
that?
for you?
Of course I did.
Alright, didn't hear. Did you say you read the Exalted one or no?
Yes.
He's gonna like walk over and sit down next to you, kind of like next to you but not facing you, kind of looking away for a bit here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to say, remember what I said. I've done some things in my past. I mean, you were a kid soldier, you should know. Shit happens. But I didn't really grow up on a planet or with an organization that taught us to fight, looked out for us somewhat, I guess. Kind of told Mark about this a little bit because, well, she had a gun pointed at me. But growing up, so I was a slave. Kind of one of the reasons I have an issue with the Jedi. You know, I always heard stories of Jedis and great peacekeepers and soldiers and heroes. But those heroes never came. Not for us, not for me. So they were just a story. Fancy story that wasn't a luxury for us. So when I say that I've done some terrible things, I guess it all really kind of started when I could have been much older than you. I freed myself, say. And in doing so, tried defending my mom, who was being mistreated, also a slave. And ended up killing the son of the person who was enslaving us. By accident. And he's kind of like 1,000 mile staring right now.
She
so, like,
probably is too.
Yeah, I would say for the first time, he's not like uber confident. His like shoulders are like slumped and everything, and he's just like. So we tussled. He got shot, and I ran. And I've been on the run since. I've made some enemies. It's not easy in the Outer Rim out here. Take a job, something goes wrong. Jedi stop you, Sith stop you, stop you. You lose a load, and people tend to take that personally. Ship gets blown up or something. They also tend to take that personally. So, you know, when we were with the Exalted, and did anybody ever tell you what happened?
Yes and no. Most of it through context clues, if anything. You
No.
guys killed the Admiral. And
Yeah.
it didn't bode well.
Well, Nydak told us that you guys had the Admiral on the ship. And he started trying to get information from him, which wasn't necessarily working. And I tried to get information about the Wookiee that hurt you and Marg and Nydak. And he wouldn't talk. And I started seeing some red. And I lost control. I can admit that. And just dawned on me on how evil this guy was, and I put him down in a very uncomfortable way. But you know what? He deserved it, because fuck him. And that's... Marg took the body and had a droid get rid of it for some reason.
That was
Still haven't even asked her about that. But
wow.
it was me. I stabbed him. I killed him. But because that fuck was protecting that Wookiee. I'd be damned if I let another person put their fucking hands on any of my crew.
Well, I think it's safe to say that we all make mistakes. But I think I've seen enough of the galaxy to know that you aren't a bad person, Corin. I mean, Hell, you don't like Jedi, and yet here we are.
You're changing my opinion on that a bit.
Good. But it's still good to keep questioning. I think even in the short time that I've been with all of you, I've been questioning what it means to be a Jedi. What my place here in the galaxy is. Who I am.
Yeah, if there's one thing that I have seen in the past few out of game, what has it been, a week, month? I don't know.
Maybe a couple of weeks?
Okay.
I don't know.
From what I've seen in the past few weeks, to God knows how long it's been, if there's anybody in this entire galaxy that is the definition of what a Jedi should be, and he'll actually turn now and look at you, I'm looking at it. You are what those stories were about. You are what the lore is about. Not some jerk sitting on council pretending that he knows things. Not some high and mighty guy with a saber or lady with a saber doing what they want to do or thinking that they're better than everyone else. Someone with boots on the ground out there actually making a difference.
Maybe. I'm a little squishy, though.
Yeah, well,
would-
Blaster Bolt is pretty indiscriminate.
I mean, I'll see what I can do. I mean, I want to make changes in the Jedi Order, I think. But I'm just one person.
Yeah, well, sometimes it just takes one person. And if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be you. And if not you, Nydak's going to punch somebody that will change it.
I'm sure he will.
And at this point, like, Corm's going to, like, throw an arm around her shoulder and be like, hey, and you know what? Eventually, you keep getting hurt. We're eventually going to have to replace the rest of the squishy parts, and then you'll be completely invincible.
Oh, maybe not. This is not great, as is.
Maybe we'll just get some armor for it. And, like, he kind of says that with, like, a smirk that he's full on joking.
Yeah. Promise me one thing, Corum.
What's up?
Don't leave me again. Don't
Do my
that
best.
again.
I can't promise I won't blow anything up.
I expect nothing less. And she'll give him a big hug. As big as she can with one arm.
I was like, so you go dropping the younglings off?
I'll miss them. But I know it's for the best.
Man, you'll be
train
safe
them
here,
all.
right?
I hope. I don't think I'll be able to forgive myself if they're not, but
Look, I
they're
get.
probably still
I get,
safer than with us.
I was gonna say, I get that you want to teach them, show them the ways, which probably for the best. But we haven't had the best track record on being in safe situations, and I don't necessarily know if it's probably for the best that they stay with.
Yeah. I'll get over it. Besides, if there's anything I should be paying attention to in the Jedi rules, it's attachments. I have to learn to let go. Which I never thought would be a problem until I met you lot.
There's nothing saying we can't come back and see him.
True.
I mean, well, we gotta let them pick on Margo a little bit more.
That's my job.
Let's
She
get
may
these kids
hate it.
off. Let's get these kids set off. Let's get them safe. And then let's get Nora home.
I think she'll be pleased about that part. Come on. And I'll hop up and begin making my way to the cockpit.
Okay.
You just hear me yell from the cockpit, I think I'm getting the hang of it!
Don't let her know
Crush.
it's on autopilot.
You did what?
It's on autopilot. Shh.
She fucks up so bad that even the autopilot can't control her. She just totally
I
fucks
break
up
the
system.
Roar's like, what are you fucking doing?
Okay. As you start, or the autopilot sits landing on the platform.
Do I think I'm landing this goddamn ship?
You lock into the platform, seeing many symbols of the Republic on this specific area. Knowing that for at least now, you are at Safe Harbor. At one of the Jedi homeworlds. That's where we're going to end it for the night.
No cliffhanger.
No cliffhanger.
That's the sweetest ending I've ever had. We didn't break an engine.
Don't worry, I gotta leave cliffhangers for tomorrow.
Oh, fuck.
We already left on a cliffhanger tomorrow.
Another cliffhanger.
This is like a scene of just somebody falling down the cliff and they just keep landing like, and then they flip over and then they keep falling and land on another cliff.
They finally stop and then go off them.
The cliff breaks.
Thank you everybody for watching the stream. Do not forget to check out Blades of Bahamut tomorrow with pretty much the same group with some other players. Tomorrow as they deal with a collapsing dimension upon them. Same time, 6:30 p.m. Central. And there's more sessions that go out throughout the week. So stay tuned and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.